Hello friends, Happy New Year. It's the 1st of January 2025, at least for another 15 minutes. I've been up a little bit later than usual. I'm just about to, my cat thinks she's going to get something to eat now. Every time I'm near the kitchen. So it's the 1st of January and I've not read anything today, except I've been listening to some of the audio. So I spent the day just relaxing, watching things. I filmed my TBR video, I've edited my TBR video and uploaded a different video, and I'm going to be uploading my TBR video tomorrow. I've been watching some YouTube videos, I've been watching something on TV, and I've had nice food. I've been on a short walk I've updated my reading journal, so that's what I've been doing today. And so I've been listening to Murder on Rose Hill, and I have an hour left. I didn't manage to finish it before New Year's, which was obviously the plan, but it didn't happen. But now I've been listening today because it was a good day to, I mean, no, the walk was super short. It was only like 2 kilometers-ish and a bit. And it was because I have glitter on my face. There's glitter all over my apartment right now because I've been putting away Christmas lights and I haven't vacuumed since. So like I feel like I have glitter all over. Anyway, I went for a walk because it was, but it's been raining all day. It's been the same for weeks and weeks and weeks. It's been overcast and grey and dull. But yesterday and today it's been sort of stormy and very rainy. But then it seemed like it stopped, and I went out. I was thinking I need to go for a walk. So I went and out for the walk, and I don't think I had 50 meters or something. Okay, more than that, probably 200 meters, let's say that. And it started raining. I was like, okay, let's see how it's going to be sticking, and if it is, I'll just make it a shorter walk. So I ended up walking for like 2.5 kilometers, which is fine. At least I went out and got some fresh air, and tomorrow I will go for a longer walk because I hope that the weather will be better. But I also will want to start on some books. So hold on, I'm just going to be brushing my teeth and get into my sleepwear before I'll update you further. Back again in my sleepwear, and I am just going to show you that I am going to try and finish this book right now. If I don't finish it now, I'll try and finish it tomorrow morning before I get up, because it's very easy and I don't have to start a new book right before I go to bed. I don't have to spend a lot of energy on understanding things because it's a kid's book, so but they are enjoyable to read, so I will finish it off quickly and get a quick finish in. So hopefully tomorrow I will finish my second book with like Murder on Rose Hill, and then I'll start in on one of my actual TBR books for January. I thought I would start them today, but then I decided I wasn't actually in the mood to read a whole lot right now. Today, usually January 1st is just about relaxing, watching TV, getting a walk in if you can, and for me at least, and sometimes reading. But I actually decided to just watch a bunch of YouTube videos, and that was a good thing to spend my time on as well. So yeah, but this was my first update. I have been like filming something from my setting up my reading journal, so I think you might have watched that already, but otherwise I haven't checked in at all today. So yeah, this is my update. See ya. Ooh, what is that? Something I haven't seen in weeks. It's the sun. Hello friends, it is the 2nd of January. It is 11 AM and I wanted to check in because I have finished Spacebands by Tom Fletcher. So this is my first finish of the year. I think I'm going to give it 4 stars. It was a lot of fun. It is definitely not my favorite, but it was a lot of fun, and there was a couple of references to McFly and their fans. If you don't know, we call ourselves Galaxy Defenders because they have a song called Stargirl where there's a line that says, "Galaxy Defenders stay forever, we're never gonna get enough of you." And so we just took that to mean that's us. And so a couple of times over this there's mentions of Galaxy Defenders, so I thought that was a lot of fun. And then there was a couple of places where there was sort of comic-like strips, sort of like this. And it was a lot of fun seeing those. They blended in well with the whole story, but obviously there were like little doodles on every page, and there were a lot of song lyrics stuff, and there were QR codes, so you could sort of scan them and it will pop up on I think Spotify, or maybe it was iTunes. It was probably iTunes. So you'd have to sort of pay for it to listen to the music alongside, but I like the sort of little note on the front here that says, "Can the worst band in the world become the best in the universe?" And it was a lot of fun. Yeah, so happy I read it. And another one, my first book of the year. It was not a bad book at all, but it's nice to already have finished something. And because of the weather, I just showed you a clip of the fact that the sun is actually out. It's extremely cold today. I felt that. I opened the voliere as I usually do in the mornings, so that my cat could get out. I haven't really done that. I didn't do that yesterday because I could still hear that people were sort of turning fireworks and stuff in the mornings, and while it was still dark. So I didn't want her to scare her. She has been okay with the fireworks actually. She doesn't really pay attention to it too much, so that has been good. I don't know how she deals at midnight when it's full on, but she's never really scared when I get home, so something is going okay. The first year I had her, we had sort of a New Year's celebration here, and she definitely, obviously she hid away a little bit under the bed, but that was only at like for 5 minutes at midnight, but otherwise she just let and slept for the evening. I didn't want to scare her by opening the voliere too early. So today I did that, but it's been so cold, so I had to shut it immediately when I get up. And for the first time ever, I think, she didn't wake me up until 8 a.m. So good thing I didn't have to go to work today. I mean, obviously I would have set the alarm, but usually she comes at around 5. She can come between 4:30 and apparently 8 now, but usually it's more or less between 5 and 6, somewhere around that area, any day of the week. And I will usually go up and give her some food and go back to bed. If it's a weekend or if it's today I have to get up, I will obviously get up and get on with the day. But anyway, this was my update for now. I will check in again later. Right now I think I'm gonna go out for, I don't know if I'm gonna go to the, I need to go grocery shopping. My cat has seen sort of a reflection from my camera, so she's playing with that. I don't know if I'm going to be going to the city and do some sort of, I think I might have to look to see if there's another bag. I got a shopping bag for Christmas, but I think it's a little too big. Bigger than I wanted it to. Sort of a shopper. I always have these bigger bags because then I can have like a full load of grocery shopping stuff in my bag, as well as the other things that I have to take with me. But I'm not sure if this is a little too big. So I don't know if I'm gonna go and check if I can find something different. This was the one that I was looking, I had on my wish list, so it's my own fault, but I didn't know how big it was. So I probably have to go and see if they have something different. Then maybe I can switch it around or exchange it. I didn't go last week because I didn't want to go down there when there was so many people there. I think it's gonna be a lot better today. And since the weather is okay, I think I'm gonna go do that. And then I might go for a walk later. when I get back. Otherwise, I'm definitely going to go on for a walk. I need a longer walk than I did yesterday. As I said, I've sort of put myself down to walk 50 kilometers in January, so I could just as well get started with all of these days that I have off. I need to get going, and yeah. So this is my update for now. I'll check in later. I probably will finish Murder in Rose Hill today, and once I'm done with that, I don't know which book I'm starting, but it might be An Affair Before Christmas, because I don't want to be too far away from Christmas when I read this, because I know that the further away I get, the less interested I am in reading a Christmas book. So I probably should read it now rather than in 2 weeks' time. So it's either that one, or maybe I'm going to read Fantasy in Death. Those are the two books that I will pick up after Murder on Rose Hill, just because Fantasy in Death, I have to read that before I can read the next In Death books, and I don't want to read them back to back. So I think I'm going to read what was it called again? An Affair Before Christmas, and then I can read Fantasy in Death afterwards. So we'll see when I finish that, but that is my plan for now. I will check in again when I have finished Murder on Rose Hill and let you know my thoughts. Bye! Hello friends, it is 11:30. I had plans on going to bed earlier today than usual, but yeah, you know, I didn't. But I've spent some time sort of updating my reading journal. But mostly adding the last statistics and adding the last books I read to Goodreads and stuff. So hopefully I can, yeah. Tomorrow I'm going to be filming my wrap-up, and I'd like to have some sort of statistics alongside it. So, yeah, but I did manage to finish Murder on Rose Hill. Yeah, by Victoria Thompson, the latest book in the Gaslight Mystery series. And as usual, I really enjoy these books. They are always super fun. This one, we're following the mystery of a woman who gets strangled while leaving work. She started working at this newspaper place, and she wanted to write an article about some sort of medication and wanted to publish it, and then her father hires Frank Malloy to investigate the murder, and things turns out from there. I end up guessing who the murderer was. I won't say early on, but I had an idea about the the murderer from more or less the get-go, but I wasn't sure until I was a little later in the book. But it didn't take the fun out of the story too much. I still really enjoyed the figuring things out and how and why and all of that. So yeah, it was a lot of fun reading it, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It's not my favorite in the series, but it's still a solid book in the series. So after getting back home, I watched a bunch of TV stuff, and I've had dinner, and yeah, I started in on the next audio as well, and started on An Affair Before Christmas, but I only listened to half an hour, 31 minutes. So I have little to say at this moment in time. And same goes with 12 Kings. I have only read the first 36 pages. I read for an hour, so it definitely reads slower than Dawn of the Forest, but it's also, the text is shorter. And yeah, sometimes it's also just about getting into the book, and I need to get used to it, but I don't think I'll ever get very much further than 40 pages an hour with this one, because this is, the font is tinier, and the book is larger in size, so there are more words. In that way, also more words on the page. But we're following a girl who's sort of fighting, a fighter kind of thing. So yeah, but I will let you know more about it once I have more to say. But this is an update for today. Hello friends, it is the 5th of January. It will be my last day for this vlog before I start out on a regular schedule, because from tomorrow I start back at work, and then we'll be back to normal weekly reading wrap up. I haven't checked in with a reading update for a while. I feel like I've only been on a lot of walks in this vlog, but I wanted to check in to let you know what I've been doing. Obviously I've been listening to quite a bit of audio. I have listened to 2 hours and 9 minutes of An Affair Before Christmas by Eloisa James. This is the second book in the Desperate Duchesses series, and in this one we're following sort of 2, 3, 4 perspectives. Again, we're in the first book we followed multiple pairings as well, and in this one it's the same. I don't know what I call it, pairings, but it's just you have an ensemble of characters. 2 of the characters we follow are, okay, one of the women are called Gemma, and then there's Finchley, and I believe those were in the first book as well. I mean, Gemma was, and they were in the first book, and they had sort of a chess game thing going. But we also follow Poppy. She's she's called something else, but you know, not Poppy. That was also what I was thinking, but I was just unsure if I was correct. Poppy, and she is married to the Duke of Fletcher, and she got married believing that they were in love and everything, but they have a sort of they're struggling in the bedroom area. Fletcher started looking elsewhere to see if he can find someone. Poppy decided she sort of has relocated herself, and she's now moved in with Gemma at Gemma's house for the time being, trying to figure things out by herself and sort of rediscovering herself. And Fletch has his issues, and then we have sort of Finchley, who is sick with a fever and is sort of delirious a lot of the time. But I'm liking it, but I'm not loving it. It's not my kind. I don't think, so far it's a little bit weird setup, because we are following characters that are not really happy in their relationships. I like the meet cute, and I like them falling in love and everything. We haven't really had that in any of the first 2 books by Eloisa James that I've read. So, but I am liking it, so in that way it's good. I've also since I last spoke to you started in on 12 Kings. I don't remember if I started last time I spoke to you, but I've only read up to page 82, about to start chapter 9, and I have a little hard time explaining what it's about. We were following a woman called Seda, yeah. And in the beginning she's in this sort of, it seems like a fighting range, and she knows things about people. She's very protective of someone, and I'm not sure exactly, but I think she knows something, because we sort of saw back in time to something her mother figures out, and she's sort of there, but I don't know. It says on the back that the 12 kings of Sharakai try to bury their secrets in the sands, but no matter how deeply they are buried, secrets want to be found. An assassin discovered the first of them and was murdered by the kings, who hoped their secrets died with her. But secrets find a way. The assassin had a daughter, and now she will uncover the truth. So Seda must be the daughter, obviously. But I'm so not very far into it, so I haven't discovered anything yet. So hopefully that will happen soon. And last night, as I went to bed, I decided I was reading, I started on I'd Rather Be Reading by Anne Bogle, and I read the first 2 chapters, about to start chapter 3. I'm on page 32, so it reads very, very fast, so it might be a sort of good thing for me to read right before bed, because I don't think it's yeah. But right now I'm going to be sitting down to read. I don't think I'm going to go for a walk today, because I've definitely had my fair share of kilometers on my feet. I have, over the last over the first 4 days of the year, I've already walked, what was it, on 28, 27 kilometers? Hold on. Yeah, 22 kilometers. And you know, I have to walk 50 kilometers over the month, so I'm almost halfway already. So I don't really need to go for a walk today. So I think I'm gonna skip that, and I'm gonna spend some time reading. And I also need a shower because my hair needs washing. So I will go and have a shower in not too long, but I'm going to be starting out by reading something. Maybe I'll get some lunch because it's 1 p.m. but I'm not really hungry right now, so I don't know if I'm going to skip lunch. And then I'll try to figure out if I need to go grocery shopping. I don't know what I'm having for dinner tonight, but I know I bought sort of grinded chicken meat, so I need to figure out what to make from that. So I'm probably going to have to figure out something because it can't like last forever. So I might make 2 types of dishes and figure out what to do with them. I'll have to look into my possibilities. So yeah, this was my update for now. I will check in again later when I have more to say and have read more. Bye. Hello friends, I'm back with another check-in. And the final check-in for this week's vlog. So yeah, I wanted to say that I did read something today. So I've made progress on 12 Kings by Bradley Beaulieu. I'm on page 136. I don't remember where I was. 70, 80 something. So I read 50 pages. It's not a whole lot. I read for an hour and a half ish, and it takes me some time to get anywhere, but it seems like we're following multiple perspectives, so it's changed a couple of perspectives in the last bit here, so that is interesting. But I feel like I should be around the 200 page point where before I can actually say what the deal is with this book, but there's definitely things going on and I'm intrigued. So far so good. So we'll see how things go, but yeah, this was my last and final update for the week. I will talk to you again in another video soon. I'm on my way to bed. I'm starting out work tomorrow, as I said, so hoping I can get some good sleep in before I have to start work tomorrow. It's probably good to get back to a normal schedule again, even though I have been enjoying just being able to do what I wanted to do over the days, but yeah. Anyway, this is everything. See you in another video soon. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you stuck to the end, I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, bye.